Hi everybody, so we're on to lesson 10. We're going to compare real numbers by converting them to decimals. So we're going to scroll down here to our example. Okay, so it tells us to fill each circle with a less than, greater than, or equal to sign. So what we have to do is we have to figure out, is the radical of 7 or the square root of 7 less than 2 2/3? So we're converting each of these into decimals. So we already know how to convert the square root of 7 into decimal. We press second, that x squared button with the little radical sign on top. And then we're just going to type in 7. Square root of 7 is, I'm just going to write the first few decimals. Now for 2 2/3, at the beginning of the year we learned how to do it longhand, but for this we're going to learn how to do it by using our calculator. So you're going to type in 2, and then you're going to press this ABC button. A few of us have already started using that. So then we're going to press our ABC button. Then we're going to type in the top button and the ABC button. Then we're going to type in our bottom button, which is 3. So 2, ABC 2, ABC 3. Okay, that's our first step. And then second, we're going to press second. And it says PRB on it, and it has a little F to D on the top. So second, PRB, 2 ABC 2, ABC 3, second PRB, enter. Now this one is 2.666. So when we're comparing these, because it's 2.66, we know that 2 2/3 is greater than. Alright, now we're on to example 5. So we have 15.7% and the square root of 0.02. Let's do that square root real quick because we know how to. And the square root is 0.141. So now we're going to go to 15.7%. So how we do this is you're going to type in your calculator 15.7 and then percent. So that gives us 0.157. Let's break down those buttons. So we have 15.7. You're going to type that into your calculator first. And then you're going to press second. And then you're going to press the parentheses button. Okay, on top of the parentheses button is a percent sign. And then you're just going to press enter. And after you press enter, you get 0.157. Okay, so looking at these two numbers, which one is greater? Well, they both have 1 in the tens place, but in the hundreds place, our 15.7% has a 5. So 15.7% is greater. So for number 6, all we're doing is ordering them. So we're taking the square root of 30. So the square root of 30 equals 5.47. Then we have 6. Then we have 5 4/5. So we're typing 5, ABC 4, ABC 5, second, PRB, and we get 5.8. And then we have 5.36 repeating. By looking at this, we know 5.36 repeating is the smallest. And then we have the square root of square root of 30. Then we have 5 4/5. And then we have 6. Make sure you write this in how they give it to us. Even though we convert them to decimal points, doesn't mean we can write them like that. So we're going to graph these on a number line. So I'm going to have this first point be 5, the last point on the end be 5, 6. Okay, so if we have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, because there's 9 points in between 5 and 6. I'm going to write where does 5.36 goes. We have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It goes right in the middle here. 5.36 repeating. Then we have 5.47, so it's going to be right here. 5.47. Then we have 5.8, which is going to be all the way down here because this is 0.8. Then we have 6, which is right here. And that's all there is to it. For our next page, you guys need to do these examples. Remember your calculator buttons. Refer back to the last page if you need to. Okay, and at the bottom, there's a word problem. And we're not going to work on this right now. We're going to work on this in class. Okay.